phone. Barbie, welcome in. Jessica Ray, welcome in. Yule, welcome in. Okay, catch my 12 session. I do the waiters. Sounds good. I love it. We love a good night routine. Welcome in, Books and Babe. Welcome in. Let's put our little. Welcome in, everybody. Books and Babe, how are you feeling? How is everything going? Hey, Julia. I'm on TikTok as well. Maggie, welcome in. I went to the Oh, yikes. Hey, Freezy, welcome in. 2 herniated discs. Oh, that sounds painful, Books and Babe. You were saying that you had that pain in your lower back. Hey, Ashley Daniels, welcome in. Drizzy, welcome in. So he put me on pain meds. And I have to get injections starting next week. Oh my goodness. And how is that? Is that going to alleviate the pain, or how is that going to work? Oh, herniated discs. Yeah, they do. Julia, you bring in the crowds. Mm. Yeah. Because is that the actually they have bulging discs. Oh my goodness. Is that hereditary, or were you in an accident, or I think you might have mentioned something like that before. Isn't it Will's brain rot? It is very close to Christmas. Yeah, we only have 3 weeks until Thanksgiving. And then after that, it's all downhill after that. You gotta enjoy it. Take the season. Let's pray. Actually, they were okay. It's not hard. Oh, okay. I'm just wondering how you get that. Yeah. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. I start my weight loss and daily shots tomorrow. Oh, okay. Got it. Hey, Lauren. How long have you had it for? Books and Babe, how long has that been bothering you for? Hey, Marcy, welcome in. Julia, yeah, I'm in California. California. Oh, a year. Okay. And it just appeared out of nowhere? Julia, where are you from? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. We'll begin in about 4 minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. Oh, a year. Because of that? Well, yeah, I love it. We are getting 2 inches of snow next week. Oh, nice, Marcy. You're so lucky. You are so lucky. My back was hurting before I gained all the weight, so he said, oh. Hey, Aston, because the holidays go by really quick and we want to enjoy them. You know the weight, so okay. Before we Remembrance Day. What's Remembrance Day? I don't remember. I don't know that one. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Coffee on me if you. Oh, yes. Marcy, I would love to visit. I think I would do it in the summer, but it's probably still cold in the summer, though. Right, Marcy? The Great Lakes. Ah, that'd be amazing. It's Tuesday night, Bucks and Babe, but we are going to be making our Christmas Angel tomorrow for Project Wednesday. We get 90s up north, cooler. Oh, okay, got it. Oh, then yeah, then I don't have to experience a Michigan uh, winter. That would be amazing. Yay! I would love that. I had to do like a trip around the United States, especially the Midwest and the East Coast. I've gone by train, but I haven't been like in the States with all these doctors. Yeah, I get that. Looks at me. Um, today, tomorrow, and Thursday we have parent teacher conferences and their minimum day, so I'm all discombobulated as well. Lauren, my fave place, I would say New York. I love New York City. Just love, love, love New York City. It's everything my brain can concoct when it comes to a city. But I haven't been to all states in the United. I haven't been to all 50 states, so that could change. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after that. Out of New York City, Manhattan. I think it's such a I think history and just the architecture in New York City is just amazing. I'm sure there's a lot of other places, but definitely have to make it to Wisconsin. Would love to go to Wisconsin. Yeah, good food in New York. I want to go there. Oh, you want to go to short trip in New York City? What should I see? Oh my gosh. Stay in my suggestion would find a place next to either Penn Station, one of the train stations, because then you can get around town really quickly. Or if you want to go visit us, because we forget that the East Coast, there's so compacted you can get from one state to another, and you can go visit like Philadelphia for the day. You could do a train trip to Philadelphia for a day, or Connecticut. So much fun. I want to go to Connecticut. I've been to Connecticut once, a long time ago, but love to go to Connecticut. I want to do like a colonial home tour or something. Lola, my day was really good today. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, ice skating in Rockefeller Center. That is so much fun. It's so pretty there during the Christmas season. Just all the different people there. Yes, Lauren, that's exactly it. Yes, traveling is so much fun. No, today was Tuesday. Um, we our principal wasn't in today, so we kind of had to manage things on our own. We are driving to North Carolina, Tennessee. Oh, Tanya's fun. North Carolina, Tennessee, and South. That's exactly what I want to do. I would like to drive the East Coast. I've been on the West Coast. I've driven up the West Coast, but I would love to drive along the East Coast. That's going to be so pretty. I'm sure the Carolinas like. Um, I'm sure the Carolinas are so pretty. Hey, Carol Lindsay, welcome in. Starship, welcome in. North Carolina. My fiance went to NASCAR Tech. Oh, how fun! Oh, Bucks and Bay, really? North Carolina. Ah, I would love to see those areas. I think in the springtime would be really pretty to go to the Carolinas. Oh, for college. To NASCAR Tech in. Got it. Oh, how fun. Oh, in Virginia. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, Tanya, really? That sounds like a lot of fun. You probably really enjoyed that, huh? I love that. Virginia. I would love to go to Virginia too. I would love to see the cherry blossoms. Books and Babe, are there cherry blossoms all around the area? Oh, very near the University of Michigan. Oh, okay. You said it was the best experience. Oh, I bet. Good for him. Did he take a lot of pictures, Tanya, of it? Oh, pretty much. Those are my next thing. I want to see the cherry blossoms. So pretty. Hey, Maggie, welcome in. Richmond. Yes, Richmond, Virginia. No, Julia, I'm on TikTok right now, but I'll pay attention to you. I'm in Richmond, lots of history. Yes, Richmond, Virginia. Oh my God, that's like the epicenter of American history. Yeah, good amount. So, oh, I bet, Tanya. That feels like a highlight of a highlight of a life, highlight of a lifetime. Something you could always look back on. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with 1 minute of tapping. Our goal tonight is 40K. Yes, Marcy. Is that like somebody who lives on the East Coast? Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute starting now.
So let's do 1 minute of tapping so that we can get to our goal of 40K. Remember that tomorrow is Project Wednesday. We will be making angels for our Christmas tree, for our first decoration. Hey Maria, welcome in. We'll be making angels for our first Christmas decoration of the year. We will be working with fabrics. You will get a white fabric along with a small styrofoam ball, and then you will choose the color of the spray. We've got gold, silver, and pink. And then, of course, glitter, along with a little halo at the top. So tonight, I want you guys to be thinking about what color. Hey Siri, turn off. What color you want your angel tomorrow? Let's hope it doesn't catch on fire. Let's bring it up just a little bit more. We don't want our tree to turn into a flamethrower. Let me bring it up here. I was noticing that it wasn't on camera. So. It needs a good grip. I think that's the best place for it. Okay. Yeah, angels are going to be fun. We didn't make one last year. So tomorrow, Books and Baby, you guys we're going to be working with fabrics and metallics. So we have a metallic silver. We have metallic gold, which is what we used for this one. Oh, bright and white. I agree too, but we need to dress it up just a little bit. We have pinks. And if you're thinking about that, we do have this gold and silver together. Yes. Mm-hmm. Or pretty in pink, yeah. We do have this silver, chunky silver. And we do have I thought we had a silver in our inventory. We have the blue. Yeah. We have chunky silver and we have this dusty silver. So whatever you guys are thinking, mull it over for the whole night. And then tomorrow when we create our angels, we'll be ready. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Little Critter series. We are working our way through the anthology. Let's see, where did we end off? We saw this one where he cut his hair, he combed his hair. We have also our goal of 50 of these little heart things here. Remember, any of the monies that we got go towards our TikTok funds. Silver mixed with a pretty blue or pink, maybe. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we do have a light blue too, a light dusty blue. This one is called Just Go to Bed. Silver and blue. Wouldn't that be magical? Yes, let's think about silver and blue. We can mix those two together. Very powdery. I'm a cowboy and I round up cows. I can also lasso anything. Dad says. So here we have the little critter being a little cowboy. But Dad says, it's time for the cowboy to come inside and get ready for bed. Dad put a damper on everything. That lasso just died. Tied it around his dad. And look at his dad. The little mouse. The little mouse just sitting there with his belly all. The bird. And the little cow. Yeah, very classic. I'm a general and I have to stop the enemy army with my tank. Dad says, it's time for the general to take a bath. Maria, is this something that you can relate to? Having to tell your kids over and over to do something. Time to take a bath. Toys. He just came in. He's almost close to the bathroom. Not quite yet. I'm a space cadet and I zoom to the moon. I capture a robot with my ray gun. Grabs one of the toys and starts making it. They love bathing, but yes, for other things. Oh, that's good. They love to be clean. I love it. There's the little mouse. First he was a cowboy. Now he's a space cadet. Dad says, get ready for bed. This giant robot has captured the space cadet and is going to put him in the bathtub right now. I love it. Yeah, the mouse is always a sidekick. We love a clean diva. Hey, Madonna Browntown. Madonna Browntown, how are you feeling? There's the dad picking him up, putting him in the tub. Yeah, there's the sidekick. I'm a sea monster attacking a ship. Dad says, it's time for the sea monster to have a snack. Oh, so he got him to take an actual bath. Oh, you're doing better, Madonna Browntown? Good. How's the family doing? How are the kids doing? How's the hubs doing? Is he, did he survive death's door? And then he puts on his little robe. Man flu is much better. Oh, good. Yay! Thank you so much for achieving that goal. I really appreciate it. I'm a zookeeper feeding my hungry animals. Dad says, feeding time is over. Here are the zookeeper's pajamas. So he went from the bathtub. Now he went to the kitchen to go eat. This guy, little guy, he loves making messes all over the place. Sandwiches, cookies. It's like mayonnaise, milk. Feeding time is over. Here are the zookeeper's pajamas. I'm Super Critter flying over the city. I'm a train engineer being chased by bandits. And Dad says, the bandit chief has caught you, so put on your pajamas. But I'm a race car driver and I just sped away. If I ate all that before bed. Right, Tanya? Imagine. It's like I wouldn't be able to go to sleep for another 4 hours. Dad says, the race is over. Now put on these pajamas and go to bed. Yeah, Dad's patience running a little bit thin. Cat Claire, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Yes, Books and Babe, it does really smell like nostalgia. It's a good book. A good library book. I'm a bunny hopping around my garden, Dad says. Just go to bed. Look at Dad now. He's all irritated. He was fun and games at the beginning. I can relate to this for sure. Kids don't listen. Dad was all fun and games at the beginning, but now he's like, okay, I'm over it. Mom, it's your turn. It's like, come on, guys. But I'm a bunny, and bunnies don't sleep in a bed. Mom says, shh. And Dad says, go to sleep. Look at how grouchy he is. And look at his sidekick. That isn't that funny. His little sidekicks rooting him on. Well, maybe a tired bunny could sleep in a bed just this once. So he ended up falling asleep. And look at the little mouse too. The end. The Little Critter Collection. A good way to start the East Coast live. There's no better way than getting an anthology and starting it with either a Little Critter series or Bear Stay Bear series or Frog and Toad series. Yes, always a great way. I agree, but all right. 1 through 10, what are we thinking? Marcy, you give it a 10? I give it a 10 as well. I agree. 10s across the board. What is everybody thinking right now? You literally took the words right now. Frog and Toad and Critter. Maria, 10, of course. Love it. Yule, 10. Yeah, that's a really good way to start the live. Books and Babe, 10. I definitely give it a 10 as well. All right, let's set the timer. Our goal tonight is going to be 40K. Drizzy 10, Maggie 10. Excellent. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Okay, I did pull from the library today, so we have a lot of good Christmas titles. Right, Madonna Brown. We have a lot of good Christmas titles tonight. I think what we'll do is 2 titles a night. I saw this one, and I thought definitely have to get it because it's one that it's almost like a traditional one, but not traditional. It's called The All I Ever Want Christmas Doll. Look at the cat here. You know this one's gonna be good. The All I Ever Want Christmas Doll. Hey Siri, turn off. We open up this end page and we get this really cool, it's like a stencil or an illustration of a front porch. Yes, beautiful illustration of the cover. I really love this. It's like a tannish. And then this blue here. We love a good front porch. There's a seat there. Yes, a watercolor. There you go. That's what it is, a watercolor. Tinted. Christmas always comes to our house, but Santa Claus only showed up once in a while. Will Santa come this year? My two sisters put me up to ask. Mama tied on her apron. One thing for sure, chickadees, he won't stop by if the house is dirty, she said, stripping the yellowed newspaper off the walls. Mama once explained that she called us chickadees because those little birds huddled together, chattering, twittering, and sharing everything they had, like us. Hey, Billy Cody, welcome in. Aw. Billy Cody, how's the baby doing? How are you doing? So here we get an introduction to the girls. We don't have any names yet. But one thing we do is Mom calls the girls chickadees. And one time she asked Mom, why does she call them chickadees? They're like little birds in a nest, just tweeting away. Filled with excitement, we began stuffing the cracks and tacking up fresh paper that would keep out winter winds, making our house ready for Santa Claus. But I sure didn't want to throw away the page from the Pittsburgh Courier with the Baby Betty doll advertisement on it. Each night before falling asleep, I'd imagined us playing together. Oh, you only got 3 hours of sleep last night? Oh, no. And how's the baby boy doing? So they're getting ready for winter time, and what they do is they get the newspaper, they insulate the windows so the heat doesn't escape. And I love the way they spelled it. They literally spelled it Santa Claus. Yeah, baby, keep going. Baby Betty is all I want, ever, I announced the week before Christmas. Stop, Nella, shouted Eddie Bernice, who never let me forget she was the oldest. We're in a depression. Why you wishing for something you ain't never gonna get? Yeah, not in a million zillion years, little Dessa added, giggling. So we've got Eddie Bernice and Dessa. Oh, baby boy is getting on it. So we have the three girls here. One of them wants the Baby Betty is all I want ever. A week before Christmas. And then we find out that they're during the Depression. Look at the illustrations here. The bread, the table, the plates in the back, the girls in their dresses, pigtails. I flat out refuse to give up on my dream. So, without my sisters knowing it, I wrote Santa Claus a letter and sent it all the way to the North Pole. Let's see what it says. See if I can read it. Dear Santa, I've been good most of the year. I love my sisters most of the time. I help Mama and Daddy as much as I can. I know there's a depression going on, but I've got my heart set on a Baby Betty. She is all I will ever ask for, please. From a very good girl, Laura Nell Pearson. P.S. I'm sorry I hit Harry, but he hit Dessa first. So she wrote a letter to Santa Claus. She wants that little doll. She's got her little feet curled up. Finally, it was Christmas Eve. We all sang Silent Night, and then we girls climbed into bed and snuggled under this new quilt Mama just finished. Oh, how nice. Daddy told us the story of a special baby born in Bethlehem stable long ago. And even though we were too excited to fall asleep right away, the Sandman overcame us one by one. Buxom babe, did you? That's sweet. So there they are in a family moment, night before Christmas. Mama just finished a new quilt. Daddy's telling them a story. And they all start falling to sleep. We were awake at dawn. It's Christmas, Eddie Bernice and Dessa shouted. I leaped off the bed, bubbling over with excitement. It's Christmas! Mommy and Daddy stirred from being behind their sleeping curtain. What little mice girls are disturbing folks for day in the morning, Daddy grumbled, pretending to act angry. Merry Christmas, chickadees, Mama said, giving us each a sack filled with English walnuts, a peppermint candy stick, an orange, and a box of raisins. It was the most Christmas we'd ever had. Daddy held one last package behind his back. Merry Christmas, daughters, he said as he presented it to us. So this is during the Depression, and the parents were able to get them some little items. Giving us a sack filled with English walnuts, a peppermint candy stick, an orange, and a box of raisins. There before us was a for real, store-bought, brand new Baby Betty doll, the color of chocolate, with rosy cheeks, black curly locks, and thick eyelashes. She was a million times prettier than I could have imagined. Ooh, cooed Eddie Bernice. Dessa giggled. And she's mine, I declared. Dessa grabbed baby Betty's leg. Eddie Bernice elbowed in and snatched the doll's arm. No, I'm the oldest, she cried. Mine, Dessa wailed. Me, I shouted. No. Yeah, probably really fresh, huh, Maria? Like, organic. And there they are fighting over the Baby Betty doll. We only got one for the three girls. Let's see what happens. We tugged and yanked and shoved and pulled until Daddy separated us. Eddie Bernice Pearson, Laura Nell Pearson, Odessa Mae Pearson, he said. When Daddy called us by our whole names, in birth order, we knew we were in trouble. So we shut up and stood shoulder to shoulder. Gathering us within the circle of his arms, he scolded. 3 times shame on you for fighting over a Christmas gift. He looked at us with disappointed eyes. I have chores to do. Work this out and no more squabbling. So he had to put them in their place. Isn't it fun? Buxom babe. He had to put them in their place because they were fighting over the doll on Christmas Day, which is kind of natural. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that it was the Depression, it's kind of not fair, but... When the door closed, Mama turned to us and raised an eyebrow. Okay, chickadees, fix it, she said. Then she walked away, holding on to my doll. I spoke right up. Who wanted Baby Betty the most? You did, Dessa and Eddie Bernice answered grudgingly. And who said it was silly to dream about something I could never have in a million zillion years? We did. And who never gave up and who wrote a letter to Santa? You did. So who do you think Baby Betty should belong to? Eddie Bernice shrugged. You, I guess. Little Dessa nodded. That's sister. She had to remind them who's who. She had to remind them who is who and who wanted what. It wasn't you guys that wrote the letter to Santa. It wasn't you who spoke it out to the universe. It was me. If she hadn't asked, she wouldn't have gotten it. When Mama heard we were all in agreement, she handed me Baby Betty, and the doll's eyelashes fluttered. You are all I want. I don't need anything else, I cried. We'll see, said Mama. After I ate and dressed, I had the whole day to play with my new doll. First, I sang to her. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Eddie Bernice and Dessa watched for a minute, but when I didn't include them, they left. Though through the window I could hear them taking turns jumping rope with a measure of Mama's clothesline. The girls finally gave up because she was going to play with that doll all day. She was going to play with the doll all day. Having you is more fun than any old jump rope, I whispered to baby Betty. She blinked and I hugged her tight. So she's getting an opportunity to play with baby Betty right there inside. And those two sisters, they're going to just make it work. They're going to get the jump rope and start jump roping outside. Because that's what you did back then when you were a kid. Use that imagination. I sang every Christmas carol I knew, from Joy to the World to Jingle Bells. Baby Betty was a good listener, but my sisters always sang harmony with me, and Baby Betty couldn't sing a note. Oh well, I said, rocking her gently. Let's tell stories instead. I began with Goldilocks, followed by Little Red Riding Hood. When I finished, there was only silence. My sisters always clapped, but Baby Betty couldn't move her hands. She is serious about that doll, Maria. Maybe you'd like Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby. I tried and set in. At last, I got to my favorite part. In my best storytelling voice, I said, Brer Rabbit say, Tar Baby, you better speak like you got some sense, or I'll knock you upside your head. But that Tar Baby didn't say anything. It sat there in the road looking dumb. That part always made Dessa giggle, but not Baby Betty. I eased to the window to sneak one peek at my sisters. They were making string sculptures. I wish you could do something more than sit around like a spot on a toad, I whispered, a little disgusted like. Baby Betty blinked. So she's missing her sisters. Because Baby Betty, she's fun, but she doesn't interact like her sisters do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, solely uncoded. Ashley Tamils, I love it. Having fun? Mama asked, pouring herself a cup of tea. I guess so, I replied. Then suddenly I got an idea. A party, I shouted. Baby Betty and I will have a tea party, same as Ms. Florence, the lady you work for. Quickly, I spread a quilt over Mama's trunk, then placed an imaginary cup and saucer in front of my doll. After serving, I took a sip with my pinky finger raised. This is very, very delicious tea, isn't it, Ms. Baby? I said properly. No answer. I tried again. I say, isn't this delicious tea? Baby Betty sat there. Could have been the Tar Baby herself. You'd better answer me, girl, I shouted. Nothing. Baby Betty was never going to utter a word. Okay, I said, throwing up my hands. If you don't want to play with me, then I don't want to play with you either. So there. And I stormed away. I love it. She's having this full-on conversation with the doll. Doll's not responding. Not responding to her tea party. So she's like, you know what? Forget it. I know. She's like getting so frustrated. And the girls, the sisters are out there having a good time. Through the window, I could hear Dessa and Eddie Bernice chattering, twittering, and sharing. I felt like a lone chickadee. As I stood listening to my sisters' hand-clapped songs, Mama came over and put her arms around me. I think they miss you, she said. Doesn't seem like it. Why don't you ask them to your party? I don't think Betty Baby will mind. Baby Betty will mind. You don't? Mama just smiled. I didn't have to think about it long. I grabbed the doll and rushed outside. That's a sweet moment. They've got the little Christmas tree here. And there's the older sister having regrets of shutting her sisters out. She's going to go outside to her sisters. What do you want? We're busy, said Eddie Bernice. I kicked at the ground. Baby Betty wants you to come to our tea party, I said. She does? Dessa asked. Mm-hmm, I said. My sisters looked at each other. Who would get to pour the pretend tea first? Eddie Bernice asked. You would, I answered reluctantly. And who'd get to sit at the head of the tea table? Dessa put in, her arms folded across her chest. You would. I hugged Baby Betty. You know, she can't do much, I explained. But she sure is pretty. Baby Betty's eyelashes fluttered and we all giggled. Then I handed Baby Betty over. I love this story. It's very simple. Out on the front porch, talking about Baby Betty, fighting over Baby Betty. All the rest of Christmas Day, my sisters and I played with our doll. We sang Christmas carols in harmony and shared stories about once upon a time. Dessa knew just when to laugh, and Eddie Bernice knew when to clap. We munched on peppermint candy and orange wedges and ate one raisin at a time so they'd last. But my favorite part was when I poured a pretend cup of tea, and with my baby finger crooked over ever so daintily, I said really prim and proper like, isn't this the best Christmas ever? I love it. These girls, they ended up making a happy moment. The orange wedges and the raisins and the peppermint candy. Does it, Maria? That's sweet. I love it. At the beginning here, it says a note about this story. It says, while researching my book, Stitches and Pullin, a nonfiction account about quilters of G. Bland, Random House 2007, I visited Boykin, Alabama, about 20 miles from historic Selma. Miss Mary Lee Bendolph, a musician and gifted quilter, graciously allowed me to stay in her home, where we spent hours talking about life in the rural South. When Miss Mary was growing up during the Great Depression, the all-black town was identified as the poorest place in America. She told me stories about the many hardships she and her family had endured and their struggle to survive in a segregated system that kept blacks locked in staggering poverty. Yet when I asked Miss Mary how her family celebrated Christmas, the memory made her laugh out loud. Before Santa Claus came to our house, Mama made us clean it from top to bottom, she said, her eyes sparkling. We stripped away the old newspaper that lined the walls and kept out winter winds and put up fresh new paper. One year, my sisters and I got a store-bought doll. The excitement in her voice transported me back to the time and place, and I too experienced the happiness of opening that gift. It was from Ms. Mary's brief recollection of her memorable Christmas doll that the idea of this book began to grow. Jerry Pinkney's illustrations add another layer of interpretation to the telling through bright images that seem animated, alive, and vibrant. From the early scene where the family is repapering the walls with newspaper to the soft glow of that last picture in which the children drink make-believe tea, Jerry has created a special family whose home, though poor, is still filled with the richness of the holiday. We hope you wrap yourself up in the warmth of this season as you share this story of hope and love. This is why we love children's literature. This is why we read children. This is a good book. Christina, you got your surgery today. How are you feeling? How do you think it went? Are you feeling better? Yeah, Ashley Daniel, this is a really good. We love history. I love the fact that the author was doing research for something else. She came across this and got a real life story. Isn't that great? Yes, very heartwarming. Definitely a 10. Definitely a 10. My pain is at a 6 now. My numbing is one. Oh, okay. Are you starting to feel a little bit of pain? 11 out of 10, Maria. I agree. All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. We started with the Little Critter series. Bucks and Babe 10, you will 10. Oh, okay. Gosh, I hope you're able to sleep tonight. Christina, did you get pain meds for it? Yes, very surprisingly relevant for 2025. I agree. And then the All I Ever Want Christmas doll. 2. I'm going to say 2. In the comment section, let's see what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. Yule 2, Tanya 2, Maggie Love 2. Mm-hmm. Doctor didn't prescribe me any. Oh, okay. Do you think you'll be able to sleep tonight with it? I hope so. It's so surgery is very stressful. Mm-hmm. Bucks and Babe 1 and 2. Oh, you took Tylenol, ibuprofen. Oh, okay. I hope that keeps it at bay. I think this is your second time having that. Does the pain last long afterward? Yeah, Ashley Daniel. The dialogue did make it realistic, and the pictures. Something about Christmases that are like when people experience hardship. It always seems to be like the best Christmas stories for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to all send positive vibes for a speedy recovery. Adriana Johnson of TikTok, do we get a good cozy story? All of them are. Mm-hmm. Because of love, I agree. Oh, it's less than 2 weeks? Oh, okay. Got it, yeah. Let's send some positive vibes. Adriana Johnson. Do we get a cozy story? Maybe. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Remember, we're trying to get to 40K by the end of the live. Let's tap, and then let's do a new goal for our live here. Remember, any monies go towards the TikTok funds. Let's do Meerkat, Diamond God. What else? Let's do the goat. Let's do 50 of those. 50 of the goat. All right. Let's look back in the stacks. So we get 2 Christmas titles and then 2 regular titles. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in the stacks. Did I read Where Are You, Bronte? I think I read this to the West Coast. Oh, okay, Christina, have a good night. I hope you feel better. Keep us updated. Did I read to you guys? Oh, you guys did? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure who I read it to. Thank you so much for reaching that goal. You guys read? Okay. I was trying to squeeze as much juice out of that one as possible. Let's read this one. Wintertime is coming. I know somebody mentioned earlier, I forgot who it was, that they're going to get snow in Michigan next week. Was that Ashley Daniels? Counting winter. I saw this one and I really loved the illustrations on this one. Very interesting. Yeah. We love a good end page. Thank you, Al. Welcome in. We love a good end page. We got some owls, some rabbits, some crows. No snow yet here? Oh, okay. Who was that was telling me it's gonna snow? Counting winter. Look at those pretty illustrations. Very different. We love a good winter look. We got a sun. A wintry forest. It says, one red fox walks across the white snow, quietly stalking winter. Okay, Adriana Johnson. Yeah. They're all cozy books. One red fox walks across the white snow, quietly stalking winter. Oh, it's ink rolled stamps. They are carved. That's really cool, Maria. I did not know that. I can see that though. Yes, a sly fox. Look at how cool that is. What is the name? What's the official name of that? Isn't it like that clay where you get the little thing and you carve it and then you put the paint over it and then... Two ravens croak and gurgle, cutting the sounds out of 40 below. Raucosity, talking winter. There's some really good words in this one. Raucous. I think that's raucously talking winter. You got this little pine cone here. These crows. Yeah, the illustrations on this are really good. We should try that one, Project Wednesday, maybe. Oh, yes, a rubber eraser for a stamp. True. We can carve a design on it. 3 snowshoe hares hop on big paws, silently tracking winter. You got these snowflakes here, a little rabbit, these rabbits. Linoleum block printing. Yes, linoleum printing making. There you go. It's really cool. I just love the details. Yeah, like the little details of it in the snowflakes. Linoleum, that's what it is. 4 red squirrels feast at their midden full of cones, hungrily cracking winter. You've got this little family of squirrels in a tree. They're all nice and warm in there. They've got their little nest. Food, their nuts. And that little squirrel there. 4 red squirrels feast at their midden full of cones, hungrily cracking winter. Really good words. Midden. I've never heard that word before. Midden. 5 golden eagles climb and soar, gliding on drafts of air, gracefully riding winter. Ashley Daniel, yes, a great vocabulary book. Midden. Look at the pretty birds. Lines. Six furry voles skitter in and out of holes, nervously hiding winter. So, furry voles, isn't it? Right, Maria? I feel the same way. I'm just astonished at how pretty it looks. So, 6 furry voles skitter in and out of holes, nervously hiding winter. So these are the voles. Again, I've never heard of voles before. And then look at this. It's like a cat. Almost like a cougar or a mooncat or something. Mooncat. 7 shaggy musk oxen stand solid and sure, steadily facing winter. Yeah, very different. These blacks and then these blues here. I think what makes it interesting is the detail. The lines. Lines everywhere. And then the facial expressions. This one's got his tongue out. Eight frisky sled dogs rush through the tree like wind whipping heartily, racing winter. Look at that. Those faces, those facial expressions. Yeah, very organic. It's almost like they started with a shape and then drew inward with it going out. And the little sledman in the back there. Nine feathered owls hoot through the moonlit night, eerily naming winter. Look at that picture. Look at that owl. The detail of it. And then the owl in the back. The owls in the back. Little shapes and lines. Mm-hmm. It just stands out, huh? Hey, sweet summer child, welcome in. Is this Gail Gibbons? Let me see. No, written. It's illustrated by Claudia McGee. Claudia. Gail Smith. We'll have to look into that one. Gail Gibbons. I've never heard of Gail Gibbons illustrations before. What are they very similar to that? So much hardworking, but yeah. This is one of those books where the illustrations speak more than the actual story. 10 busy woodpeckers hammer out a steady beat, suddenly taming winter. Look at this one. The detail of that little yellow there with the little body and the little claw. There's other little birds in here too. And the knots in the tree. "11 chickadees flit from branch to branch, spilling seeds noisily, feeding winter." So the second time we heard the word chickadees in a book. Yeah, the black and the bold blue colors really do stand out. And these dark greens, these are like emerald greens. The moose in the background. 12 excited children slip and slide on melting ice, happily meeting spring. This one's got a lot going on in it. You got the sun in the background, a forest. You don't. Looks very well. It's a treat. Chickadees. And then you got all these people playing in the snow. The shapes of these trees. They're just like shadows with little lines colored in. Different. We love a good page break with no text in it, just the picture. The bird and the sky in the background. Yeah, their own little world. Gail Gibson. I'm gonna have to look into it. The little fox here. The mountains in the background. Animal profiles. So in the back, they give you animal profiles, the different types of animals: a red fox, raven, snowshoe hare, red squirrel, a golden eagle, Vole. Oh, let's see what a vole is. Voles dig large tunnel systems underneath the snow where they can escape predators and munch flattened grass. A musk ox, sled dog, owl, woodpecker, and a chickadee. And people. Let me see what the illustrator's note says. It says, it wasn't hard to imagine the snowy world I would illustrate for this picture book because for a good part of the year there is a snowy world outside my studio window in Iowa City. I found that winter palette is surprisingly colorful with its ice blues, spruce greens, furry mammal browns and reds, and of course, snowflake white. Even though I was illustrating just one season, I used almost all the colors in my paint box. It says, I illustrate in two art mediums, scratchboard and watercolor. Scratchboard is made up of a thin layer of special white clay covered with black ink. I first mark a rough sketch on the black scratchboard surface, following my sketch guidelines. I use a pencil-sized knife tool to scratch out the details and spaces that I want white, revealing the clay layer below. I scan the finished black and white scratchboard piece into my computer and print this image out onto watercolor paper. I take the black and white image back to my drawing table and add color with watercolors or dyes to bring out the textures and contrasts. Although scratchboard doesn't create prints the way the woodcuts or engravings do, scratchboard does create similar rustic, scratchety images. The sturdy, energetic lines I make seem perfect for illustrating subjects in nature, especially the frosty habitats in this book. Yeah, Maria, I think it's basically linoleum, like a clay that you. I remember doing that in art class in high school. Linoleum prints. The end. Counting Winter. You guys are getting really strong titles tonight. I haven't said that tonight because we were halfway through the books, but you guys are getting really strong titles tonight. This is a very cool book. A lot of it's very cultural in a way of like you get to learn about different things. Oh, you did in middle school? Yeah, I love that class. It was so much fun. What I loved about it was once the teacher told us what we needed to do, then we could work in groups. And we talk all the time. All right, let me see. Let's do a review of the books that we've read. Just a Little Critter Collection 1. All I'll Ever Want Christmas Doll 2. And then Counting Winter. I'm gonna go with 3. I love the artwork on this one. Something about it. I don't know what it is. We love a good moon in children's literature. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Yule 2. Let's see what everybody is thinking. Ashley Daniels 2. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Let's set the timer for 1 minute so that we can tap away. See what everybody is thinking tonight. We did reach our goal tonight. Thank you guys so much for those gifts. Really appreciate it. Let's set up a new goal here. Let's put in, let's see. Let's do something fun. Let's do the pumpkin pie. Where's the pumpkin pie at? There's the crown. Let's see. We did the dragon crown. Oh, let's do a sour buddy. Sour buddy looks like a drink. Hey Siri, turn off. Looks like a refreshing drink. Adult beverage. Ashley Daniels 2. Gail Smith, love the winter. Yes, Gail Smith. You know what? I went to my library because in July, in July when we were doing this, we were celebrating mid-July Christmas, the halfway point to Christmas, and I got this Jam Brett anthology, and I went to the library yesterday to go ask for it, and I couldn't find it. I remember where I picked it out of, but I couldn't find it. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make it a goal, and it's got like 10 stories in it. Maggie Love 10 Books and Babe. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Books and Babe, probably spend it with my family, my brother and my mom and my sister. I've been running around all over the place. I haven't had time to really spend it with them. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. And we do have a Jan Brett book in the archives because we really love a good Jan Brett. Jan Brett's got a lot of details in her stories. Okay, let's see for our last title. Let's read this one. This one is this is probably one of my top threes. I'm covering the bills of the first by Lucas. Come on. This one is one of the top fives. We love to read. We love to bring this one out because of the illustrations and because of the story. Yeah, her illustrations, and Gail, it's so interesting because she does the main picture of the story, and then on the sides, she's got another story going on, or a little story that's complementing the main story. When the details, the drawings are very detailed. Santa's First Christmas. For those of you who were with us last Christmas, this one is a really good one. This is a good way to end the live, especially during Christmas season. We love a good red and page. We love a good red. And the illustrations on this, you can't beat them. So our friend who was looking for a cozy book, this is definitely a cozy book. We love a little town square with some little colonial homes. Little Christmas lights. Santa. The evening sky. Santa's First Christmas. You got a little polar bear there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't it fun, Bucks and Bear? In the old days, Santa didn't have Christmas. And this is how the story opens up. In the old days, Santa didn't have Christmas. There's Santa Claus. There's the little town. Notice here the little fishing rod. This is what Santa did on his time off. On the little town. All year, he made toys in the North Pole. Actually, Daniel, remember this one? This one's a good one. Which he loaded up in his sleigh each Christmas Eve, then flew all over the world to place under trees. So we get this little section here that just kind of shows Santa's routine. Gets on his clothes, delivers toys, makes toys, goes out, delivers toys, and then he comes back and gets in his cozy outfit. When he got home, he slept. And when he woke up Christmas morning, he went back to work. That's it. So there's Santa in his nice little cozy bed. He's got this little thick blanket with pops of color on it. Dabbles of red. And then you've got the little elves and a bear here looking in the window. We love a potbelly stove, especially when it's got this orange glow to it. Santa's got enough wood, so you know his room is nice and cozy. That's it. Or, that's it, asked a bear who lived near the North Pole and was just passing by on the way to his cave. Santa doesn't do anything special. So remember they're looking outside. Hey, John, welcome in. Yes, we love a good Jan Brett book. I think the Mitten is my favorite one. So you've got these two elves and this polar bear. They're looking in on Santa here. Here's Santa's home, his bedroom. And they're having a conversation. He sleeps in, said the elves. An extra half hour. The bear frowned. Look, I love to sleep, but still, it's Christmas. The elves were embarrassed. We should do something special for Santa, they said. John, how's everything going? How is school going? You almost finished with the semester? So they want to do something special for Santa Claus. And then they did. When Santa woke up that morning, the elves brought him breakfast in bed. What's all this? Santa asked. It's Christmas, they said. Merry Christmas. Santa smiled. Thank you, he said. Looks delicious. Merry Christmas. Aww. Yes, another heartwarming cozy book. So Santa all groggy in the morning. Gotta have his tea first. The elves, looks like they bring him donuts first thing in the morning. What's all this? It's Christmas, they said. Merry Christmas. Aww. But when he finished his donuts, he put on his suit and picked up his tools. Wait, said the elves. We have to go pick out a tree. For who? Santa asked. For you, the elves said. For what? Santa asked. For Christmas. Santa set down his hammer, and he thought, and he said, well, that sounds nice. Yeah, it's Santa's day. So they told Santa, you know what? Just forget about it. Just for one day, we're gonna go celebrate it. The elves are gonna want him to go pick out a tree. We love this little potbelly stove. This little warm glow in it. And this potbelly stove, it's not very detailed. It's just like a smattering of paint with a red square, but it shows a lot. And Santa's face, his face isn't really like, it's just this big lump but it's Santa. And then the elves, just these pointy noses. Yeah, very old-fashioned looks a baby red. I concur. In the forest, Santa pointed to a handsome spruce. It's big, said an elf. It sure is, Santa said. It's just, said the elf, I think it's too big to fit in your house. Aw, it'll fit, said Santa. So they're gonna go look for the Christmas tree. This is the one that Santa wants right here. Elves disagree. They're saying it's too big. Hey, just relax. Welcome in. Too big, but Santa thinks, nah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work out. No words, just a picture. Santa's gonna make for damn sure that tree fits in his house. He is gonna make for damn sure that tree will get inside there. Nothing's gonna ruin Santa's Christmas. Somehow or other, they got the tree in, and they trimmed it with tinsel and candy canes and glass balls and pigs made out of gingerbread. Guys, you're gonna really love this picture. You're gonna really love this picture. Isn't that a fun picture? Look at Santa's face and his hand just decorating the tree. The candy cane. Yeah, it's probably really warm inside there. The little pig decorations. Isn't that fun? I love that they chose a black background for that to highlight it. It's really cute. It's beautiful, Santa said. So they finished the tree. And there he is looking at it, admiring it. It did fit. It did fit. Now look at the carpet. The bottom there. And then the little picture here of Santa. With the snow falling on the window. Stocking next, said the elves. And they produced a long woolly stocking that bore Santa's name. Santa fastened his stocking to the mantle with care, and then he put up the elves, since they couldn't reach very high. When he was done, he fetched wood and lit a warm fire. This is fun, Santa said. What now? I really like this line. When he was done, he fetched wood and lit a warm fire. Santa's all in. Santa is all in. They strung the North Pole with colorful lights. Then they counted to 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's the little village at night. You've got these little warm pops of yellows here. Little cozy homes. Some of them are dark. Now remember that this is the picture. Yeah, very quaint. This is the picture of the city or of the little town during the daytime. And now it's night. Now it's nighttime. And you guys are going to really love this picture. They counted to 3 and turned on all the lights. Look at how pretty that is. It's not perfect. But it's not perfect. It's just like they got a paintbrush and dabbled paint. Different colors to represent the stringed Christmas lights. These little yellows here. And these little whites. Yeah, the little pops of color really make it. And then the shading as well. And there's Santa and the elves. They turned on all the lights. Look at the shading. The shading. Such a warm book. It says, in the kitchen, the elves mixed up flour and sugar and eggs in a huge bowl. They gave Santa the spoon to lick while they rolled out the dough, which they cut out into fancy shapes. But then the cookies came out of the oven. Santa was allowed only one. We have to save them, said the elves, to leave out with some milk for you-know-who. But, Santa said, the elves looked at him sternly. And when they caught Santa putting his fingers in the icing, they asked him to go to another room. Santa was getting a little mischievous. And then look at the little cookies that they're making right there. That's fun. So Santa found a warm spot in a chair by the fire where several elves had gathered to tell ghost stories and read poems out loud. When it was Santa's turn, he picked up a fat book bound in brown leather. He had a broad face and little round belly that shone when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Santa sat down the book on his knee and smiled. I really do laugh like that, he said. And then he did. Guys, are you ready for this picture? Are you guys ready for this picture? So there's Santa. He's got his legs crossed. He's reading a book. And all the elves are listening. Look at that roaring fire. Snowing outside. We love a good wood-paneled roof. Strong and steady. And then the fireplace. Yes, love the blazing fire. And then they got the hot tea right there. Santa book details comment on colors. I love it. Now look at these little pops here. Guys, is that an AI? AI Santa book details. Comment on colors. Does AI come into our chat? Is that what's going on? Or is that Al? I don't know. The door flew open, a flurry of snow blew in, and someone with a beard dressed in red, with a sack full of gifts, bounded into the room roaring, "Ho, ho, ho!" Santa could tell who it was, but he didn't say. Guys, do you see that little, let me stop really quick. Do you guys see a comment there? I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it says AI. And then it says Santa book details, comment on colors. Yes, it's the polar bear. Do you guys see that, or is that just something that I see on my end? I'm wondering if it's just something I see on my end. Yeah, so the polar bear came in. Oh, you can't see it, John John? Oh, okay, that's probably just for you then. So the polar bear walked in, and you've got these little coats hanging here. You don't see anything? Oh, okay. You don't see anything? Top Nutella? Okay. The first gift was for Santa from one of the elves. The rest of the gifts were for Santa too. I love them, said Santa. I love them all. So here come the elves. Polar bear comes and gives Christmas gifts to Santa. There's Santa waiting over there in the corner. And it turns out that they're fishing poles. And he says, I love them, Santa said. I love them all. Remember at the beginning of the story, the little town? We saw this little bench here. That was all Santa did. Now he's got a whole bunch of fishing rods. Then the bearded someone in red loaded up all the stockings with black licorice and red apples and socks rolled into balls. Aw. Yeah, he's the fishing Santa. I can't wait to get out ice fishing this winter. Ooh, Tanya, that sounds really fun. Do you guys usually catch a lot of fish? Look at that roaring fire, and then look at how it plays off of the elf's face. So cool. There's Santa giving a thumbs up. Depends on where you go. But there was no time for candy or fruit or trying on socks. For the table was set with mince pies and pudding and biscuits and roasts, Brussels sprouts, gravies, horseradish sauce, sparkling crystal glasses filled with spiced cider, a Yule log, poached pears, candy canes, several pies, and a ginger stout cake, powdered with sugar, 6 layers high. Sometimes we get 2, most we get 20. Oh, wow. So look at this table spread here. Of all of they've got turkey, pears, minced pies. The good Christmas dinner, and they brought out the nice silverware and china. Chicken and mashed potatoes, I agree. Santa's eyes crinkled a little and twinkled a little, and in the light of the candles, the elves were certain that Santa's eyes glistened a little. Merry Christmas, he said. Merry Christmas, they cried, and they ate food and sang carols all through the night. Santa said, we should do this every year. Look at their fun little table. They've got their whole Christmas spread on here. All the drinks, and there's Santa. He's happy. He took the day off to relax. And now they do a nice cozy little house with a warm fire inside, and it's snowing with Christmas lights. Nothing says Merry Christmas like snow and lights on the outside. The end. Santa's First Christmas. Need I say it? But you guys got really good titles tonight. You guys got a whole different spread of art, Christmas, art appreciation, storytelling, all in children's literature. Just a little critter collection. We love a nostalgic story. We love something that makes us feel like we did when we were a kid. We love a good historical text that helps us learn something, that helps us appreciate what we have. We love art. We love art. We love a good illustration. And we love a good traditional Christmas, make-believe, fantasy story. You guys, really good titles tonight. Really good titles. All right, let's go ahead and vote. Michelle won. Let's set the timer again for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Yule 2, Books and Babe 2.
Starting now.
Or Books and Babe 4. Or 1 and 4. Maggie, 10. You give that one a 10? That was a good one. The strong title. The strong title. Let's see what everybody else is thinking. Alrighty, friends. We fell halfway there. We got halfway there. 25,000 likes. We did reach our goals, though, for our prizes that we got. Thank you so much for that. If you are on the East Coast and you're getting ready for bed, have yourselves a good night. If you're going to stay up with us for the West Coast feed, we'll be back on in a half hour. And remember that tomorrow is Project Wednesday. We will be making angels. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the gifts, the taps. Hey Siri, turn off. And for those of you who are returning, we'll see you in a bit. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow. Drizzy, I'll probably still be up. Okay. Drizzy, we have fresh new titles. Fresh new titles for the West Coast feed. So no repeats. Have a good night, everyone.